Hi students, today I'm going to show you how to make a resume using your Naviance application. You're going to want to start off on your Clever app first, then head over to Naviance. Once you are logged into your Naviance account, you're going to want to head over to the right-hand corner where it states About Me. Click About Me, head over to My Stuff, and then click Resume. Once you're in the resume section, you're going to want to hit the red plus button and you're going to start building your resume first by starting your objective. So an objective is what catches a company's attention, and you're going to want to write something that is interesting and something that may want them for you to be part of their team. So for an example of an objective would be interested in expanding my ability as a leader by becoming part of the team at your organization. Once you have come up with an objective, you're going to hit add. Once your objective is done, you're going to go back to your red plus button and add a summary. So a summary is something that tells a company about you. So what makes you different? What makes you stand out? Let's say you are part of a sports team that you were a captain and you helped do some organizations and some fundraisers. You can write that in your summary. You have leadership experience by being part of a sports team and conducting tasks such as creating and running fundraisers. You were captain for 2 years and have experience interacting with companies to hold fundraisers at their locations. They want to know somebody who is very actively involved and will do the same for their company. Once you're done with that, you're going to hit add. Next, you're going to continue by clicking the red plus button and adding work experience. Some of you may have work experience, some of you may have not. For example, we're going to say my work experience or the student's work experience is a cashier. The organization you worked at was maybe Ross. The location you worked at, Ross and Granada Hills. You're going to include the start date when you started working there back in maybe, let's say, January 2020. And then maybe you're still an employee, so you're going to hit present. If at any time this job terminated, you can always put the end date here, the month and year. But for now, we're going to say we're still working there. Let's say we work 15 hours a week because you are a student and you can't work more than 15 hours a week. You're going to describe that you possibly bagged items, stocked items, and you had customer service. So here you add any experience that you gained while working there. You're going to hit add, and then you're going to continue over to the red plus button once more, and you're going to add your education. Some of you are still in high school, and you're going to add, of course, your current high school. So in this case, it's Silmar. Charter High School. And you want to spell it out so that the employer knows where you go to school, and that way they don't have to figure out what the abbreviation means. The location is Silmar, and we'll say we're in 11th grade. Since you're in 11th grade, you started back in August of 2017. We'll say 2017 for this purpose. And you're still in school. And your description as a student, let's say, obviously you're a student. You can include any activities you're involved in, sports, clubs, and organizations. And then once you add that, you're going to add. You're going to go back to the red plus button and add your volunteer service. Here, you're going to create your position as a volunteer. Organization that you're a part of, let's say you're part of Girls Build LA. So you're going to want to add also your athletic achievements. Let's say you're captain, like we mentioned earlier, of the soccer team. You want to make sure you always put the correct spelling. And then you're going to mention when you started as captain. And we're going to mention August 2018 to present. And let's say you practice after school every single day. So for maybe 2 hours. So 2 times 5 is 10 hours a week. And then you will put you were involved as captain for your sophomore and junior year. And you're going to add your description of what your captain job entails. Maybe starting warm up, leading a group, and anything else that you may want to add or mention in the description box. You're going to hit add, and we're going to go back to the red plus button. And if that is everything that you have officially completed onto your resume, that's all that you want to add, you can go ahead and export your resume and print it out, or even save it as your file. You can always add references. Some jobs ask you for references. References are people who refer you to jobs. Sometimes they could be teachers, counselors, even the principal, your coaches, anybody that you have a close relationship that you feel would give you a good recommendation. You can always add a reference, and you always want to let that person that you're requesting give you a reference know that you're adding them, so they know that they're going to get a call. So I'm going to click it just so that you get an idea. So let's say you want to put your coach. So coach, let's say Coach Spartan. You're going to add Coach Silmar Soccer. You don't have to include their address, but you do have to include their phone number and email, their email as well, and then any additional notes. Once we complete our resume and we complete all of the information we want to add, you want to export your resume, and the way that you're going to do that is by clicking on the top left, print/export resume. Once you're in that section, you're going to go to edit, and you're going to name the resume whatever you'd like to name it. So it'll go here in this box, and it gives you 3 different templates. So let's go ahead and preview each template so that we know what they look like. So template number 1 looks like this, very simple. And that's what yours will look like with your information. Now let's go back and check out template number 2. Also very similar and simple. So very nice and organized. Now let's go back and check out template number 3. Awesome. So now you can select whichever template you'd like to select for your own resume and download it. So let's go back and select. I like nice and simple. Template number 2 was the best one for me. It was nice and organized. So I like that one. I'm going to select template number 2 and hit continue. You want to make sure that every check mark is checked off on your information that you added. So make sure that the box is checked off so that it is added onto your resume when you download it. So they all have to look like this with a little green box and white check mark. And once you've verified that everything is checked off, you're going to hit update resume. Now that your resume is updated, you're going to go ahead and download it. You can download it as a PDF, or as a Word doc. My preference is download as a Word doc, and I'm going to hit that one. Once it has finished downloading, you can open it and check out what it looks like. So it includes my objective, my summary, my work experience, education, volunteer service, extracurricular activities, athletic achievement, references, and everything that you included on your resume. So now that that's done, I'm going to show you what it would look like if you download as a PDF. To download it as a PDF, you can open it up and check what it looks like. As a PDF, you can't make any corrections, but as a Word doc, you can make corrections and adjust it to your liking. That's the difference between the two. So that's it. That's how you download and export your resume once you've completed all the sections.